Hey Crozet, this is Seth with Mindset Guitar Lessons, and today we're going to talk about one of the most difficult things to do in the beginning when you're playing the guitar, and that is switch between chords without taking 5 minutes in between to get from one to the other. So one of the most difficult things about playing the guitar, really, if you think about it, is just getting notes to sound okay. If you think about when you play the piano, you press down on a key, you get a sound. When you play the guitar, you have to get a finger just right, you have to coordinate the right hand to play the right string where the finger is with the left hand. Otherwise you get this sometimes. And then when you play a chord, you're playing multiple strings at the same time, and it's really difficult to get all of those to coordinate. Sometimes you get this. That happens a lot when you're going for this. Right, so today I'm just gonna do a simple exercise I call chord 2, 3, 4. Right, chord 2, 3, 4. And all that means is we're going to go between two different chords. In this case, I'm going to use A minor and C. Right? And the goal is to count to 4 over and over again. And every time I say 1, I need to be on the next chord. Right? It sounds a little confusing in theory, but I'm just going to show you. So here's A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and then back to A minor. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now this sounds really simplistic, but every time you say 1 or you're counting on that 1 count, you need to be on the next chord and you need to be strumming with your picking hand, right? No matter what happens, even if you're on A minor and you go to C and you can't get the fingers there and just in time, you still have to strum no matter what. Your brain has this way of making your left hand keep up because the right hand is already strumming, and so you go, oh crap, and then you try and switch. And that's just a way of keeping up with it, right? So if you're playing a song and you're having a difficult time between two chords, a common one is between G and D. I would say go so slow in counting to 4 that you have plenty of time to switch. This gives your hands time to understand what's going on and switch. So if you're going fast and right, you're still trying to get all the fingers in place, it's not working. So what I would do is slow it down and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's the key. The key is you should start moving your fingers to the next chord before you get to 1. So I'm moving at about the 2 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So chord 2, 3, 4, give it a try. The other thing that helps a lot with this is what I call plotting your attack. Right? So if we're on A minor and we're going to go to C, really the only difference between A minor and C is where my ring finger goes. So here's A minor, move the ring finger up to the 5th string, 3rd fret, that's a C. If I want to go back to A minor, I just bring that finger back down, all the other fingers stay put. Right? Plotting your attack is when you decide how you're going to move from one chord to the next. A good way to figure this out is just to do it and see which finger moves first. Whatever finger moves first, that's the one you should use every single time. Do it the same exact way every single time you move to that chord. This builds muscle memory. This gives your fingers the chance to set a program and figure out, oh, that's the finger that goes first. And so that's what will happen every single time. So really, this just takes 2 or 3 times of deliberately going, oh, when I go from G to D, here's G, my middle finger comes all the way down first to that bottom string. And now every time I go to D, I'm thinking I'm going to move my middle finger first. And that gives that muscle memory a chance to set that pattern. And your fingers start to do it for you. You don't have to think about it anymore. Your fingers do it for you. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but if you give it a try and deliberately think, all right, middle finger moves first, everything else goes into place after the middle finger's already moved. Do it the same way every time, and you'll build that muscle memory up. And as soon as muscle memory kicks in with the hand that's changing chords, and you're doing chord 2, 3, 4, which is where you're counting, and then strumming the next chord, that's when this hand's on autopilot, and that frees up your right hand for doing more creative things like strumming. Right, so I hope you found this helpful. If you know someone else that could also find this helpful, please share. And if you're interested in trying a free guitar or ukulele lesson, just hit the link below. Thank you.